I do want to mention real
2022.
quick the funniest, actually the best football game I have played is actually a little game called Pigskin. I think it was on arcade, but it's absolutely hilarious. It's not a long game. I think there's only two or three arenas, well, fields, football fields.
I'll get it right.
Let's see. Let me pull it up. Have you heard of it?
No, I haven't.
It's an
But I
arcade
think
game.
American football's quite interesting.
It's an
Seen.
arcade game. You play in medieval times. You play as knights and like just ogreish looking people, and
Okay.
it is a really hilarious game. You can fall in pools. You can fall in pits, and I would play it so much when I was younger because just the humor was outstanding, and I didn't even care if I lost. It was just fun to play in general, and I was wondering, I'm like, what is the equivalent now? Is there a game even like that? And then I discovered Blood Bowl existed. I don't think it's as hilarious. I haven't played it, but Blood Bowl is the kind of the closest modern day equivalent to Pigskin. Uh,
Okay.
let's see. I think Blood Bowl is mostly ogres. Let's see. Okay, I think it's humans slash ogres. I'm just looking it up
Th-
right now.
This is why I always like finding out other people's favorite games because you always find something a little bit wacky
And
that you can try.
it's just kind of out of nowhere, but it's something I've been wanting to mention on the podcast for a while. It has nothing to do with 2022. I think Blood Bowl. Wait, was Blood Bowl 3 released this year? Actually, it might have been. Blah blah blah. Oh wait, it
I'm just
hasn't come
waiting for
out yet. It
Diablo.
comes out next year.
Oh wow, look at you! You're jumping way ahead of yourself.
So I might keep a close eye on that and see if it's any good, or at least maybe on Game Pass they might have a version I can check out just to see how close it is to Pigskin. Um, so another thing I wanted to touch on real quick was Death Stranding. I recently started playing that. Have you played Death Stranding yet?
No, I haven't. I've seen loads of videos on it. I have just not sat down and played.
Oh man, I love it. I recently started my second playthrough. This time I'm skipping all the cutscenes because I already watched them all in my first playthrough, and
Okay.
man, I cannot believe they've made delivering packages so much fun and engaging. It's like I think it's the best ASMR game I've ever played because everything is just incredibly satisfying. And I think I want to write a script about it because it reminds me of worth ethics, about committing to a job, doing the job correctly, maybe realizing what kind of mistakes you've made and correcting those mistakes on the next job. And I just feel like Death Stranding really presents that kind of concept really, really well. And I think a lot of people just miss that. They just kind of look at Death Stranding as they want to play Death Stranding like any other typical PlayStation game. But Death Stranding is a very unique game, and you got to really approach it in a very specific way to truly understand how great it is.
Okay. I must give it. I really must give it a try.
Yeah,
At some point
when you
because it's on PC as well,
yes,
and it keeps popping up in my recommendations, and I found that on a good deal yet.
mm-hmm. Yeah, when you jump into it, just give it a chance. It's not the fastest moving game, and it doesn't need to be. And I think in terms of slow burn, it does it extremely well, and
Okay, well, that's
it
good to know.
it rewards you, and then it takes those rewards away, and then you get them back later at your own pace. Death Stranding is a really weird game to evaluate. I've seen a lot of reviewers struggle to analyze it because it's such a unique experience that they can't really grasp themselves sometimes. And even myself, I'm like, man, I can't really compare it to anything else because there's nothing else like it.
But that's always so. It's a bit like the scene from Shrek when he goes, "Onions have layers." It's
hmm
literally that situation, which is a good thing
I think
because
maybe the closest thing is Paperboy.
I saw that pop up. I never looked into it. I just always seen that every so often.
um, I found out Paperboy actually has an ending. I didn't know that. I forgot what happens, but I know it ends somehow. But yeah, I got my wife to play Death Stranding. She's calling me every so often, asking me how to do something. She's like, she gets herself in the weirdest situations in video games. Okay, here we go. We're gonna go off topic again. She was playing L.A. Noir, and she's like, "What am I doing wrong?" And I look over at her screen, and she's on the side of the criminals shooting at the cops.
Oh my god.
I'm like, I'm like, honey, you're with the criminals shooting at the. That's why you're dying, because the criminals are shooting at you because you think you're shooting at the cops.
Oh my god, talk about wrong time, wrong place.
It. She's so funny to watch. I bless her heart. I mean, she tries to get into video games, and some get video games she adapts pretty well to. But Death Stranding, she's having a kind of a hard time understanding how the prompts work, and the icons are not exactly clear on what you need to press. But
Well, I would say if you want to avoid a divorce, definitely do not get her to try Dark Souls.
she's already tried Dark Souls, but she's fine.
Oh,
I'm
goddamn.
trying to avoid games where I have to play with her, because it is definitely you're because you're I'm I've been playing games for like 25 plus years, and then trying to co-op with someone that's been playing games kind of on and off, but not as frequently as me, and
Totally get it.
I'm trying to go at a very fast pace, which I'm even when I'm slowing down, I'm still going way too fast, and she's just over there trying to learn the mechanics, and I guess I just get too impatient or something like that, and so
Do you know
it's
what?
very
I did the same.
conflicting. Hmm.
I did the exact same.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I get it. I 100% get what you're saying. Um, yeah, I get agitated. I'm like, come on, hurry up. You know,
No, it's so
simple.
weird. It's so weird trying to put yourself in a position of being a gamer with not a whole lot of experience.
Yeah, and I think as well, we kind of forget we were there at one point.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah.
like my dad's getting into it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like, and he's been into games anyway, but VR kind of really got him into the games. And now he's getting a gaming PC and all that to like Formula One and loads of other racing simulators and flying games and all that kind of stuff. Um,
Okay.
so no, he's getting into it. It's pretty cool to see. So
Nice.
it's fun.
Did he enjoy the last podcast that we had?
Hey, yeah, from what he listened to, what he told me, he listened to the amount. I don't know if he finished it all or not, but I know from he listened to a good portion of it, and he said he enjoyed what he
Okay.
was
Well,
listening to.
let him know that the clips are out. So if he needs to watch just little sections, those are out on. I think the last one from our podcast will be uploaded tomorrow. I know.
Yeah,
Friday.
the
Friday.
ceaseless discharge one actually popped up on his Mac notification when I was chatting to him,
Hmm.
and it popped up in the corner. Um,
That was a fun conversation.
yeah, that was a fun podcast.
Oh yeah,
That,
the
that was
whole podcast was great.
yeah, and I'd never done one before, so it was a fun experience. Enjoyable.
I hope you
It's
were more
good
relaxed
times.
this time.
Yeah, this time wasn't too bad. This time was a bit, you know, easier to
Hmm.
kind of relax. But I guess at the same time, it's more of a casual conversation. I guess in this situation, you know, because we're talking about games.
Oh
You know,
yes.
it's one of them.
Um, so yeah, I just wanted to mention Death Stranding for a moment because I just recently realized how much more I love that game now compared to the 2019 playthrough, and highly recommend it. And just stick with it, because like I said, you will get rewarded. You will get the thing that you're after when it comes to transporting items, but it will be taken away from you. But don't worry, you'll get that that nice little reward back, but at your own pace. And it is online connected, so you will get help from other players from stuff that they use. That's one of the most intriguing aspects of the game. You'll be scaling mountains and rocks and stuff, and you might not have a ladder. You might have used your last ladder, and you're looking around and you find a ladder that someone else used, and you use that ladder. It's like Dark Souls in a way, but in a very different direction, and it's entirely fascinating. It's definitely an experience you cannot miss out on, because especially right now while the servers are still on. I don't know how long the servers will be alive. I'm sure it'll be on for a long time, but definitely jump on it while it's still active. That way you can experience that incredibly unique online community that people. It's not a competitive community, which I think makes it really fresh and non-toxic, and like I said, it's something you really got to see for yourself.
Okay, awesome. Right, I will have to see if I can get it on a good deal
Hmm.
because
Keep an
I've
eye
seen a lot
out.
of people say it. Yeah, a lot of people have said it's good.
And it really irks me when people call it a walking simulator. It is not a walking simulator. It's a delivery simulator.
just on a better scale.
Yeah, it's a good simulator. It's I mean,
Oh no, I will have to give it a go.
okay.